Last weekend, people gathered at one of the busiest transit hubs in the San Francisco Bay Area, concerned about a developer's plans to tear down existing businesses to make way for 351 condominiums at the northeast corner of 16th and Mission. The protest to the BART station Plaza was organized by the newly formed Plaza 16 coalition. They say that developments such as the one proposed on that site should be affordable for people who live and work in the Mission District. San Francisco is currently the most expensive city for rent in the U.S.
The action comes out of the increasing distress about the rapid gentrification of San Francisco. Here in the Mission District, a Latino neighborhood for decades, many families and working-class people are being priced out or evicted from their homes.
Guillermina is a mother who lives in the Mission District.
Ese edificio que van a hacer no va a ser para nuestras familias, va a ser para otra clase de familias que tienen dinero. Y nosotros no tenemos el dinero suficiente para pagar esos condominios.
The project, which is under early review at the San Francisco Planning Department, is built around a plaza that is an entrance to Bay Area Rapid Transit, BART. The city's guiding principles for this project include transit-oriented development and the Eastern Neighborhoods Plan. The proposed site currently has a Walgreens, Burger King, a Chinese restaurant, and a bar. The developers, Maximus Real Estate Partners, are proposing a building that would be 10 stories tall, containing 351 housing units with 32,000 square feet of retail and a parking garage. For the Plaza 16 coalition, more community input is needed.
The existing residents of this neighborhood, the existing residents of this plaza need to be at the tables when planning conversations are happening. They need to decide what kind of housing they want, what they want it to look like, where they want it to go, what kind of affordability levels are going to be at.
The coalition comes from a group that came together during the dot-com boom in the late 1990s. The Mission Anti-Displacement Coalition led the creation of the People's Plan for the Mission District Eastern Neighborhoods rezoning. The coalition is demanding that this plan be a framework used for all developments in the Mission District. In 2008, amendments from the People's Plan to the San Francisco Board of Supervisors included requiring that sites over 10,000 square feet be all affordable housing to reverse family flight, maintaining heights up to 4 to 5 stories to reduce incentives to build luxury condos, and requiring public input for building heights and types of businesses that can locate in the Mission District. For this current development, the coalition says the proposed building will cast a shadow on a nearby public elementary Spanish immersion school.
Their towers are going to overshadow the Marshall Elementary School schoolyard for 5 months out of the school year. They're literally overshadowing the needs of working-class Latino students.
The planning department's preliminary review says a shadow of the building would not be cast on Recreation and Parks property. Therefore, a shadow on the school was not flagged by planning staff.
In the proposal submitted to the San Francisco Planning Department in October 2013, there was no plan for affordable housing on or off-site by the developers. We asked the spokesperson about their plans, if any, for affordable housing and the details for purchasing the site.
A representative of Maximus Real Estate Partners said in an email response to People, Power, Media, the terms of the deal are confidential. For the question about affordable housing, the developer said, "We are currently planning the inclusionary housing in the project as outlined by law. For new developments, the city requires that 12% of the units be affordable housing on-site, also known as inclusionary housing. A developer can also opt to pay a fee instead or build the below-market rate units at another site." The community is saying this is not enough and wants all the units to be affordable. In the email, the developer said they've had 75 meetings about the project and continue to reach out. Much of the arguments for the development center on the idea that the corner needs to be cleaned up. People think of the site as a place for drug dealing and homeless people. A nearby resident who said he was formerly homeless supports the development for this reason.
It's new development. We have to move forward. We cannot be stuck in the same situation that we are right now. It's unhealthy for these young people.
The coalition says they're looking at issues that go beyond the development itself, such as safety, but they say that condominiums do not provide people with a way to get off the street.
To tell the truth, there is only one thing that ends homelessness, and that's called a home. Let's go homes that are affordable.
Ultimately, what it comes down to is a question of affordability. Will this development make it more or less affordable to live and work in this neighborhood? Affordability is not just about where you live, it's about businesses that serve people in the community. For the existing businesses, the developer says first right of refusal is being offered, but realistically, the small businesses there will not be able to afford the new rent. This merchant association leader says that his experience is that when a development like this goes up, the surrounding businesses will be priced out.
What ends up happening is you get realtors talking with the existing merchants, trying to find out when their leases come due, trying to find out who the property owners are, and then offer them more money to bring in another business that's going to be able to cater to this new market.
He's seen business owners being forced to move out and go out of business because they cannot afford increases in rent. A similar tale is being told throughout the Mission District for residents.
Hay muchas personas que lo están sacando de sus viviendas. Mucha gente está sufriendo todo eso. Le suben más la renta para ver a sacar a mucha gente para afuera.
The next step for the developer will be to hold a pre-application meeting with surrounding neighbors and organizations. The date is not set yet, but you can follow the progress of the project on our website. This is Diane Ruiz for People, Power Media.